Microphone check. Therapy Without a Degree, Chapter 61. Chapter 61. Got myself, Joe Vucarino, your boy, in the building. And then who do we got here across from me?
Got Zane in the building. That's what we got. We got Zane in the building.
We got Zane in the building. Zane even has a different voice.
Yeah, I had to switch it up for y'all.
Anyone that's listening to this, we want to know what do you guys envision Zane to be? I'm just curious. Like, what do you guys envision him to be? What emoji would you give Zane? Imagine if we do a vote.
Then I had the poop emoji.
That's fucked up. That'd be really fucked up. Imagine everyone.
They don't even know who Zane looks like. That's cool. They don't know who Zane looks like.
They don't need to know.
They don't need to know.
Are you ever gonna tell them though?
No, I'm not gonna tell them because I'm gonna be like Daft Punk. People still trying to figure out.
Princess is like, I know who Zane is.
Yeah, she's always here. She knows.
That's funny. But what up, man? What you been up to?
Chilling, man. You know, I just finished doing like a little mini Coca-Cola shoot, so I'm just chilling.
Oh
today.
shit!
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
We had a crazy topic today, bro.
Yeah, today was pretty interesting. We are going to get to that. But what I want to know is that Coca-Cola, was that through them or was that through somebody else?
It's third party, so they're scouting for like people to shoot, and luckily there's not too many people in Jersey that are shooting like that type of like ad for like Coca-Cola. So it was easy for me to break through in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so shout out to Zane Studios too already.
Yeah, I am Zane Studios. Get a shout out.
There we go. Shout out to them. Where can they find Zane Studios?
You could find I Am Zane. Well, first I always have bookings, so it's mostly private books. So you could find me at IamZaneStudios.com, and then you could book a shoot, and then that's where my address is. It's a nice big studio. So yeah, definitely reach out. We'll get a dope shoot session. And maybe if you want to be a part of it, do a Coca-Cola session with that too.
Hey, all right. I love Coke. Shout out to Coke. But what I want to know is, do you tell the models that you're Zane? Or do you say...
They know I'm Zane. They know I'm Zane.
Imagine if you were just like, nah, Zane runs this, but, you know.
Oh, I did that before. It was funny. I did a shoot one time, and I always introduced myself as Phil. So when I did, they were like, oh, so they treated me differently. And I was like, oh, where's Zane and whatnot? And I was just like, actually, Phil and Zane are the same person. And then they're like, oh, so I always like to do that just to see how people treat other people when they're not like not the top, not
the top dog.
Not the top dog. And so if they're humble, they're humble. If they're not, I know who they are.
That's smart. You could be like, nah, I'm just working for Zane today. I'm just filling in.
Yeah, exactly.
But we cool though, right?
We cool.
That's dope. So, all right, let's just get right to it. Let's get to the fucking meat and potatoes. Topic for today, well, for tonight is this week, one night stands. What do you think about one night stands, Phil?
One night stands.
What was your first thought when I told you the topic for the week?
When I saw it, I was like, I mean, that's it. When the older I got, the more I understood. When I was young, I didn't understand.
You didn't understand it? Why not?
I wasn't. I guess I was still learning when I.
You're still learning.
When I was in high school, I wasn't even that type of character to like have a girlfriend. So when I went to college, it was kind of like I was experimenting.
That's where the one night stands come in, right?
No, not even.
Oh, okay.
Those came after. Like I was trying to like find a wifey in my college days. That didn't work out too well. So
nah, not college.
Not in college. But afterwards,
danger zone.
Yeah. So afterwards, that's when I was like, it was different because I think society changed. I was still looking for something more stable, and it just sometimes when I guess it would be a party or something like that, and then we click and we start making out, and then next thing you know,
the stand happens.
The stand happens. That's what we call it, the stand.
Yeah, just the stand, not even the one night.
The stand, not even a one night, because sometimes it just keeps on standing.
Yeah. That's what you don't want that to happen.
You don't want it to happen. Sometimes you lose a lot of blood and you just pass out.
First you start out with a stand. That's like Friday night.
Friday nights. That's
Saturday night. You got
Thursday, Friday night, and Saturday night. Sunday, not so much. But those 3 days are the prime time. Start Thursday.
Look, anyone listening,
drop the knowledge.
if it's Sunday and you still with your one night stand, you can't call it a one night stand anymore. All right. Don't be slick trying to take the girl out to, IHOP or Friendlies. If you still chilling with her on Sunday, it is no more a one night stand. All right. In your mind, you are trying to wife that.
And
Don't
that's
get it twisted.
exactly why you have to leave immediately.
Oh, no, you have to abort.
You have to be like, I gotta go. I got some things to do. Now, those thoughts come into your head after you had a couple of one night stands. It doesn't come when you first.
You never
did.
know.
No, I mean, some people might get nervous. They're like, oh, or the girl, she's that person. Like, yeah, you gotta go.
I wonder what is proper kicking the person out, like one night etiquette.
It's usually, this is how it depends. It depends on your performance. It depends, because then they're gonna be like, you can stay over for a round two. That's
round two.
Round two, yeah, that's how that
But
works.
when round two creeps into the next day, that's when it gets a little bit dangerous.
Oh, absolutely, because you have to be out before 12. Be out before 12 in the morning.
That's why hotels have checkout time at 11 a.m.
Exactly my point. You got to be out. It's I got work and blah blah or something like that, and then that's it. You did what you had to do. She had fun. It's not like you just left her not satisfied.
Okay,
So
all right,
that's it.
I think that's appropriate time. I'm gonna say 11 a.m. 11 a.m. is appropriate.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Still got the day ahead of you.
Let's just say you fell asleep. Because usually it happens around 4 a.m. Right? Over here in New York, the clubs close around 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So one night stands probably popping off at around 4 a.m. So I think if you kick them out by like 11, I think you're good. I think it's all right. So
By 11
11
you
a.m.
gotta be out. You got to go. I mean, that's if it's the hotel. Then you both leave at the same time, so you good. Like we check out. We drove separate cars and we out. That's it. Versus if she at your crib or you at her crib. If you at her crib, you got to be on out. Don't wait for her to kick you out.
Also, a little warning that is if you know it's about to be a one night stand, ladies could initiate the one night stand too. So don't get it twisted. I'm not talking just to the fellas, but for fellas right now, look, if you know it's just going to be a one night stand, don't bring her to the crib. Don't even tell her you have a crib. All right, just act like something's going on with the crib, whatever, this and that. Book a hotel. It's worth the investment because if you bring her to the crib, especially if you have a nice crib, that 11 a.m. is going to turn into like 11 p.m. and you don't want that.
You be like, all of a sudden she got car problems. Oh, something came up. Can I stay here? What you doing for the rest of that day? Like, nah, I got work. You got to go.
Yo, you know what's funny right now too is mad people can't even comment on the whole one night stand thing. Like the live is just like mad quiet. Like people watching, but they just like
they watch it because they know
they
know.
might
be the person that happened to.
Yeah, they're like, fuck, no
Wait,
wonder.
he really did have work.
Like, no wonder. It was 11:01 and I was out the damn door.
It's like, now I understand why he always got something to do at 11 o'clock. I thought it was the game. It's never the game.
Yo, that's probably why on Sunday football starts so early.
That was the whole plan. Joe, that was the plan.
That makes sense though, right? Because that first game is really early.
Absolutely. Listen,
that's
you
a
do
little
what you
too
gotta
early.
do on Saturday night.
A little too early for a Sunday.
Exactly. You gotta have something to do in the morning.
This is really fucked up. Y'all gonna hate me. That's why church is so early probably on a Sunday.
Listen, everybody got reasons, Joe. Everybody got reasons.
Yeah, you could pull off the church thing. Because if you give them church as your excuse, they can't get mad.
Because they know the schedule of church.
Exactly. Like church is like 9 a.m., 11, whatever. So you could pull it off. So fellas, that's what we're going to go with. Ladies, don't hate me. I'm sorry. And, if there's any ladies out there who ever told that I'm going to church, I probably really was going to church. I don't front. But fellas, church. All right. Definitely do the church thing. I think that's going to work. All right. Also, anyone that's listening to this, if you guys have any ideas, okay, what things that you could do to help that 11 a.m., actually really happen, comment below. We want to hear about it. All right. So off on the time thing, I want to know, has Zane ever had a one night stand?
I thought I told you that.
Yeah, but like
I didn't. I was discreet. I got.
Yeah,
keep
you're
discreet.
slick.
Nah, yeah, I definitely. And you know what's funny? It's more so
because I know
side.
you said like you attempt, like they happen, but did they end up being a one night stand?
No, they were.
Or did they end up to be something else? Like, was there actual one night stands where you just never ever spoke to them ever again?
No. No,
that's what I'm saying. That's
my
different.
performance is solid.
Hey, I like your style.
No, that's definitely the case. Sometimes I don't remember having one because it usually leads into more. But it's not like I leave room for that. It's just like if I want to cut it off, I cut it off. But I'm saying if it ain't broke, why I try to fix it? I'm just saying. I mean, we ain't trying to be in a
wise
drought.
words from Zane.
I'm just saying, you just dropping knowledge on this. Look, it's dry in that live because they know.
They know. They ain't dry. They're just absorbing everything because nobody could admit. A lot of times, people don't want to admit that they had a one night stand, even if they're single.
Of course,
people don't want to admit it because it's such like a. It's like it has like a cliche. It has just a negative vibe to it. I think it's natural. Yeah, it's something that
I feel like it's gonna be more so like whoever really had a one night stand, unless you were whack, or maybe it was like the only time I could think of is maybe it was only like a one time thing because they live so far away.
Of course, yeah.
That's probably
things like that happen when you travel.
If they're close, come on, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, of course. But to be honest with you, though. Nowadays, things are a lot easier because of social media. You know, if you think back a couple of years ago, it probably would have been a little bit harder, maybe, depending on how fast you kicked them out. And if they were just really drunk, you know, you never know. Like through the party stages, it's a little tough. Now it's a lot easier because now you'd be like, bitch, what's your Instagram? You know what I mean? Or the phone number, shit like that.
What's a phone number, Joe? We got Instagram.
Is that who asks for the number anymore?
Like you just like I see it all the time because you're ready for the number and they're like, "What's your Instagram?" Or even better, "What's your Snapchat?" When they ask for your Snapchat, Joe.
Well, I think it's real when they ask for the Snapchat.
When they ask for the Snapchat, it's real. I promise you that because at this point, it's like, all right, your number is one thing, but Snapchat, I know you opened it.
Yeah, and is there a setting on Snapchat that you could say, "Oh, you don't want to show when I open it"?
No,
there isn't. So
that's it. Once you open, and then plus it gives more room, that platform, to kind of send things that you want to kind of let the other person know that you should come through again.
All right, I'm with that. Snapchat, I mess with Snapchat. I haven't been a little bit lately. I've been a little bit more on Instagram. Snapchat's kind of fallen off, especially after that update. That update was kind of trash.
That update is ass, Joe.
Yeah, that update is kind of trash. I haven't really found anyone that likes it. I'm really surprised that they haven't switched it back because that many people are complaining about it. But for Snapchat purposes, I gotta really fuck with you if I'm dealing with you on Snapchat. Usually Instagram it is. All right. So Instagram, shout out to you guys and pay us. You guys should sponsor the podcast. All right. I do enough work on you guys anyway. Right.
Word.
Shout us out, sponsor us, whatever you got to do. So that's that. Zane has had kind of had a one night stand. Myself, I've had a one night stand, but usually too, it's the same thing. They usually never are like a actual, what you would say, quote unquote, definition of a one night stand, because you usually do keep in contact after, you know. But you know what I think maybe now with the social media era is that maybe you could say the one night stand could still kind of consist as even if you're still cool with the person, but y'all just never do anything after.
Well, if she's that person that's like, yeah, let's let this be it, and you're like, yeah, let's let it be it, that's cool. So you make that decision right there and then call it a day. And usually all that just sounds like it's been nice. When you hear that, that's usually the indication that this shit ain't ever happening again.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they say, you know, how far do you live after, that means that there is a possibility that she may want her back blown again. I'm just saying.
You gotta do what you gotta do, yo. Zane's all about blowing backs out. He used that phrase a lot.
We out here chiropractic.
We are. Jesus. Now, do you feel like that you could have a one night stand and not catch feelings?
Listen, Joe. Everybody's catching feelings.
Everybody?
Everybody's catching feelings.
How?
Depending on how long it is.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, I believe so. I know so for a fact. Somebody catching feelings. Somebody catching feelings. So, whether it be you or her, somebody's catching feelings. What they saying?
So you're saying at least one of them is catching feelings?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. One or the other, somebody's gonna catch feelings. You could debate it all you want, Joe. but I know for a fact that's what happens. It depends on how long. If it's friends with benefits for a while, I guarantee you somebody's they're gonna start acting some type of way. But if you remove that factor of kind of chilling after, you just
that's what I'm saying. But what if it's just that? I think it's
then you're pretty much good. But then you just gotta let the other person know that is this a one night stand exclusive, or is this like, you know, you just mess with other people? Because you gotta remember, safe sex is everything, man.
Of course,
you don't want to be kissing on a girl that be.
Nah.
And ladies, you don't want to be kissing on a dude that be going down on every girl he sees. I'm just saying, you got to be safe out there.
No,
you got to make that conversation known.
You definitely have to be safe. Being safe is the number one thing. All right, and actually, Trojan, you guys should sponsor us too.
Trojan should definitely sponsor us.
Free products, right?
Word.
Shout out to them. Yo, what up, Ashley? What's going on? You should definitely call in because I want to know you had some good stuff. Actually, I might just call you. Fuck asking you if you want to call in. I'm about to just call you. Fuck it. Catching feelings on I think, because there's maybe a lot of people out there that's listening that maybe have not had any one night stands, right? And maybe you're afraid that if you do, maybe you feel like that you could go get the one night stand, but maybe you're feeling that, you know what, you're gonna probably catch feelings. You know, there could be a lot of females out there who'll be like, you know what, I would just love to try that, you know, but they're like, damn, I'm gonna catch feelings. I think if you prep yourself before, you'll be all right. But you have to prep yourself knowing, okay, we ain't chilling after. I'm gonna get there, do what I gotta do, and leave. Also,
you think so, Joe?
Yeah, and also, fellas. Oh, all right, we getting that call.
Blown. His phone's getting blown.
Let me know if this works, Zane.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up? Sorry, it's just
wait, hold on, Ash. 1 second. What if I go here?
Funny that I'm probably like somewhere on speaker.
So you could talk too. Yeah, no, we got you live now on a podcast.
Okay, so
one night stands, right?
One night stands. Yeah, I want to know, first of all, what you think about them.
I think one night stands are okay as long as both parties are single and honest.
Single and honest. Okay.
That's key.
That is key. But what if...
Like, honest about, like, their intentions. If somebody leads somebody on and says, oh, I'm going to contact you after, and then, like, disappears.
Yeah, that's
it's a little sketchy.
Yeah, that's not cool.
But if everybody agrees, okay, listen, we're feeling each other, we're going to get it in, you know, have this one night, whatever, I think it's fine.
Okay. All right. Now, tell us about your friend who actually got married off of a one-night stand.
Okay, well, yeah, that didn't stop them from, like, it's a huge stigma. Everybody looks at it like, oh, you guys met, and you guys slept together, and usually, like, guys won't even take you seriously if that's the case, but on their part, it was more of, like, they got to know each other, and they liked each other, and, yeah, and now they've been married for, like, 8 years. But, like, that rarely happens, because usually when people sleep together before even, like, getting to know each other, they're like, okay, whatever, you know, I got everything that I needed. I don't even need to get to know you anymore.
I think it depends, though. I think it could go both ways.
It depends
though.
on who it is.
I think sometimes it actually, you know, it's kind of weird, but it might help to get things out of the way. It might help to find out what someone's intentions are.
Yeah, but you know, in my honest opinion, I think some men are judgmental, so they feel like, oh, I can't build with a girl who is willing to, you know, sleep with you on the first night they met, whereas girls are more open-minded. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right. Fellas, any fellas that are listening to this, definitely don't be judgmental. Like, just because, like, females like sex. Just like fellas like sex, females do too. Yeah. Hey, I hear someone got me on speaker. I like your style. But a lot of times fellas do, you know, forget that. So there's nothing wrong if a female wants to fuck you or fuck first or even fuck sooner. And a lot of times they, you know, they're down. I mean, they're just like you. And you shouldn't judge them or label them just because they let you do something sooner.
Right. And I know girls girls because of their religion who have waited until marriage to have sex, and then they say it's not beneficial. So I think one night stands are more beneficial because you already know what that person's working with. You won't attach yourself to somebody if sex is a deal breaker, like bad sex.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because for some people, sex is a deal breaker. I mean, I don't think it should be, but for a lot of people, it is. So it kind of helps you not waste time, because
I think it should be though.
What do you mean?
You know why? I think it should be because it's like, who wants to be in a relationship with somebody if what you're getting out of it isn't what you want?
Oh yeah, no, of
and
course.
If it's not A1 sex, then get out. Okay, we have.
I rest my case, Joe.
That word.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you definitely got a point.
It's my personal opinion. I mean, the world is so huge, but if you're not gonna get what you want out of it, don't settle. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're right. And doing the one night stand is gonna just help cut out some time. And you never know. It actually might bring you guys even closer.
Maybe.
You never know.
Why? Okay. Well, do you have anything to say? No. Okay, so my friend's gonna say something.
Hey, what's up, friend?
I honestly don't think that one night stands are okay if you don't agree with it. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't personally, I wouldn't have one night stands, So if I chose to have one, I would feel guilty about it later,
I smell lies.
So I feel like you should have a conversation with yourself before you do it, because you'll feel like shit.
Now my question is, I know this is the therapy without a degree. Why in fact do you feel guilty?
Because you just feel like, you're raised in a way to think that sex before marriage is wrong. So imagine you were just out and you found somebody you're attracted to and you sleep with them. You feel like almost your parents are in the bed with you, just looking at you from the ceiling. That's you, not
me. Yeah, I don't know.
Now here's my question. All right, you said that it's sex before marriage. So that means that you're telling me that you've never been in a relationship, which everybody's in a relationship. You never had sex before marriage, because I assume that you're not married right now.
Yeah, no, of course I have, but it's just the guilt. There's levels to this shit.
I mean, it sounds like you're just cutting to the chase at that point. I mean, you prolonging it if you're in a relationship versus just cut to the chase, stop wasting each other's time, right? Because, I mean, you have intent to marry, right?
I do, but does everybody have?
No, they don't. They
To
don't.
be honest, everybody I have sex with, I have the intention to marry. If they're not, then it's done.
See, there it is. It's done. Now everyone has the same intention.
Yeah, well, this is the thing though. But how often will you see somebody on a one night stand that will have an intention to marry?
I think at this point you're just kind of, if you're on that road where you're like, I'm really trying to get married, I'm not trying to waste time. I think the older you get, the more one night stands happen. To be honest, tell me I'm wrong. Change my mind. 2018.
No, you're right. I think one night stands are only beneficial because for me, sex is a deal breaker. So I do want.
So there's two things going on.
Are we compatible? Sexually, but.
I mean, sometimes they could be good in sex, and then they could be an asshole in person.
Yeah.
See, she knows.
Well, okay, I'm an asshole too, but.
Okay, I have something to say.
Oh yeah, drop it. I'm ready.
Okay, so the reason why I personally don't is because the way I do things is more of I want to have an emotional connection with the person before I give myself up. I've always done that because there's nothing better than really liking the person and then sleeping with them, because then it becomes really, really good.
That's like an anti one night stand though. That's like an anti one night stand.
What do you mean?
Cause she was talking about, I wouldn't do that because, they might not have intent to get married. You're saying that, and so that means one night stand wouldn't really happen for you because you have that intention to kind of make that passion be everlasting.
Yeah.
So that means you looking for something.
Yeah.
So one night stands is not good for you.
No. Hold on. But that's when, if I want to be serious with the person, I want more of a connection with them. And if I don't really care and I think, oh my God, this guy is just wow, I just wanna like right there and then, and it's just, and you're in the moment, then yeah, that's fine. But like then that same person, I wouldn't pursue that person. It's not somebody.
Why not?
I want to be in a relationship with. It would just be okay. I've done it by like never see that person ever again, and then go pursue somebody else, and then. You know, like it's 50-50 for me.
It's 50. All right, that's a heavy 50-50. I'm gonna give you one note before Joe drops some knowledge right now. But you just said that it depends on their performance essentially. If their performance is whack, that means it ain't going nowhere.
Correct.
So if their performance is great, right, and then you get to meet with them, but then you realize they just are not the person emotionally for you. Maybe they're just good performance-wise.
Then I just...
yeah, it's gonna be hard to break away.
Crazy for a bit, but you know.
So that's my point. So you just never know. So I think one night stands have either a good chance or a bad chance. You never know. So that's where I guess what's that dating app that's out now? Tinder. Everybody's on that now. But is it really working? Is it? I'm gonna let Joe handle that.
Well, this is the thing.
That's really
Can we
good,
get your definition of a one-night stand? Because some people think it's like, oh, have sex on the first night and never see each other again.
Yeah.
Versus, like, you have sex on the first night and see where it goes.
Correct.
Well, see now, like I was even saying, and now I think with kind of like social media and all that, I think it's changing. You know, because now social media is such a thing that I think you kind of get contact within the person. Like you get the person's social media, you get something. You know, where back in the day you didn't really get that. So the odds of maybe you guys not connecting after were it was a lot easier back then. But now I think you're gonna connect with that person either way after, and especially if it was good.
I mean, yeah, but you know, Tinder, like, there's expectations, right? Like you mentioned Tinder. I wouldn't personally use a Tinder because I feel like, in my opinion, I don't know if I'm wrong, but Tinder is strictly for sex.
I don't
Not
know.
according to these females on here.
I don't know. In my opinion, like, you go on Tinder, people have like an expectation to have sex when they meet you.
That's what I'm saying. But these ladies, they're not about that though. They're not about that. They're like, I'm here for friends. I'm here to make friends.
That's what you do if you're trying to like trap somebody. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I just came to meet new people. I'm just here for friends. But realistically speaking,
they just what they want. Yeah, they want sex. It's just a front. They just don't want to be bold and just say like I want sex.
Yeah, 'cause that's where all the good-looking guys are on Tinder, lying about
having all these crazy adventures on their profile pictures.
Exactly.
All right.
So you could go where the good-looking guys are looking for sex, or you can go where the not-so-attractive guys are looking for marriage.
And where exactly is that? So I could stay away from that for the time being.
I'll tell you right now, plenty of fish. Stay away.
I used to have it. It's no longer a thing for me now.
That's where the serial killers and the weirdos are.
I know. I wish I'd learned that sooner.
That's where all the wild ones are? Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what she said. I don't know. I've never used those. Never used those websites before.
Yeah, I don't know. Supposedly that's where the wild ones are.
Yeah.
All right, yo. But what's up? We wanted to know, do you think... Well, you kind of answered that.
I answered it in a way of like, it depends on my mood, to be honest. It's like
it depends
where
on
I
your
am in
mood?
life, and you know, it just depends. It's like if you're not looking for a relationship, you're not looking for a connection, then yeah, go do it. Whatever you gotta do, like live your life and to test the water before you swim in it. But if you are looking for a relationship, then maybe it's just better to not give yourself up before you get to know the person, because maybe the person you got to know, it's just an asshole or a piece of shit, and then you already had sex with that person, and now you just feel like, ugh, he kind of has part of you, you know?
Yeah, so would you say you would catch feelings, you think, after it?
If I like the person, yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you think it could be done without catching feelings?
It can, but like I just feel like it's just all I'm saying is I wouldn't give myself up for somebody that like
you feel
that,
like you
I don't
wouldn't
know, that
like you
I didn't
feel like you
anymore.
wouldn't
If
have
I didn't
feelings
like the
for.
person anymore. I'm like, and then I can walk away and I'm like, okay, thank God I never slept with this person. I walked away with my dignity, and and it's done. But if I already slept with the person and I don't even know who they really are, and then I find out, and it's just like, I'll feel bad about myself.
Okay. That's interesting. At least we got the female's perspective.
That's always great.
That's always great.
It's always great. You want to balance it out.
Yeah, because two guys here, they might kill us.
Exactly.
Do you ladies have any questions for Zane or myself before we wrap this up?
Do you have any questions? Are you sure?
But are any of them on Tinder?
Oh, she said, are you
She wants to know if
are any
Zane's...
of you guys on Tinder?
Zane, are you?
Yeah, find me on Tinder.
Yo, that's going to be the cover art for this podcast.
Find me on Tinder.
Oh my god.
Nah, it's just going to be Zane's profile picture.
Word. It's just blurred.
We're going to put the emoji over it.
Absolutely.
Ladies, what emoji would you give Zane?
What emoji would you give Zane? What? I don't know. We didn't. She said the fire one.
Sweet. Let's go.
Nice.
Because I'm lit.
Because he's lit. All right. I'm dope. I dig it.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we live.
Oh, you're live on a podcast.
Oh, but how do I see? I can't even see myself. Can I hear my own voice or something?
On Monday you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on Monday you can.
Because my voice is so distinctive, like.
You never know. People in Canada might be like, "Hey, were you on the podcast talking about one night stands?"
Like, whoa, Ash, what the hell are you doing in New Jersey?
Hey. Well, now you're gonna be out here soon. I heard you're coming out here in April.
I am, but I'm going to Vegas soon. Woo!
Hey, nice. All right, but yo,
Next week, actually. Next weekend. No, not next. Yeah, I'm going on the 24th.
you always somewhere. But thank you very
I
much.
need a break, man. I work with a lot of crazy people.
You work with a lot of crazy people?
Yeah, I work at the hospital. I deal with a lot of people that do overdose and I get I don't know, just people just have their own issues and they want to just dump all their garbage on you and it's just too much.
You're basically there.
So sometimes I need a break because I need to be able to breathe because everybody has some type of issues and they don't know how to deal with it. So they feel like, okay, we'll just dump it on whoever is in front of us. And
somebody always needs somebody to talk to.
I'm constantly smiling. They're like, okay, let's ruin her smile because I feel like garbage today. So we'll make sure she feels like garbage.
Nah, that's not good. You know, you do.
I know, it's evil, but
You just tell them to hit up therapy without a degree.
sorry?
I said you just tell them to hit up therapy without a degree.
I know, they should. They should.
I'll start sending you some business cards.
Oh, okay. Am I still alive? But this is a little personal.
Nah, let it go. They don't know who you are.
But okay. All right. Take care.
All right, bye.
It was good talking to you.
It was nice talking to you, Zane.
Good talking to you, too.
Okay. Y'all take care.
Bye. All right. So that was a really, really dope call in from blah, blah, blah. That's her name, from Canada. So shout out to her. Thank you for
Shout
calling
out to
in.
Canada.
Yeah, shout out to Canada.
They out here listening to the podcast.
Yo, for real.
We out here.
Also, I want to shout out to, what's funny is I think my most people that really pay attention to the podcast are international.
That's dope.
Australia. Shout out to everyone in Australia.
Australia too?
Yeah, Australia. We have a couple listeners, and they're pretty heavy on the Instagram and stuff. They follow me.
Wait until they hear this.
Why is
I think this is a universal thing that people need to hear.
It is. No, it definitely is. It's a fun topic. Obviously we always do our serious ones. We do the fun ones, things like that. If you like this type of stuff, go back and check some previous episodes. We did one, chapter 11 was on polygamy. That one was really, really funny. They killed me for that, but I wonder what Zane thinks of polygamy.
Don't even get me started, bro.
We'll do that. We'll do a part 2 of polygamy with Zane maybe sometime. But So that's that. Also, we've had a threesome topic before. That was pretty interesting. That was recent. So if you're into that type of stuff, definitely go back and listen to those episodes. All right. But I think that's about it with one night stands. We covered Have You Ever for both of us. If not, yeah, pretty much everyone says they're down. But I mean, a lot of people say they wouldn't because they would feel like a hoe after. I think just get over that. If you're listening and you think you're going to feel like a hoe after, just get over it. Like, you only live once. All right. Just rock with it. You could die tomorrow. Just live life. And yeah, that's about it. I want to say shout out to our sponsors. All right. Shout out to Easy Life Affordable Cleaning. So let's just say, fellas, you just had a one night stand, or ladies, you had a one night stand and shit got a little rocky, a little messy. You know what I mean? Y'all knocking over some things. It was a little rough. Y'all probably now need somebody to clean it up. All right. So give Easy Life Affordable Cleaning a call. You can find them on their Instagram at Easy Life Cleaning. Cause don't you agree, Zane, that, after like a little rough night of a one night stand, you might need some cleaning?
Absolutely. I mean, you got to get the premium depending on how crazy things get. You know what I'm saying? Can't just be cleaning anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
There's the regular package and the premium package. So
you're gonna want the premium package.
Yeah, exactly. If you're doing that type of stuff, you're gonna need the premium package. We don't judge.
Yo, I should actually make a package called the one night stand package.
What? Listen, tell me, people are not gonna buy that.
Right?
Who's not gonna buy that?
It might be really dope because it's like we already know the deal. We're gonna sanitize everything. We'll even leave you a pack of condoms for the next one.
Oh, so this sounds like you starting it up. Like you clean it before things about to go down, and then you clean right after. I like that. Yeah, let's get that.
You're with it, right? You're with it.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, shout out to Easy Life Affordable Cleaning. That's that. Any other, before we wrap this up, any other like maybe Zane tips you feel like you can give the fellas or the ladies regarding one night stands?
My number one tip is to honestly just be honest with the person, like after. Because then if they after
he's like
after. No, because the reason I say that is obviously you want to be honest overall, but I mean if you're in the heat of the moment and you guys are like making out, you're not leaving any room for talking. But I feel like you should definitely let the person know, like obviously practice safe sex. That's number one.
Definitely.
But also
shout out to Trojan.
Yeah, shout out to Trojan. But definitely be honest with the person after, because if they might want something, just say, listen, I'm not looking for anything. If it's cool with you, I'm just letting you know. And then that's it. And whether they agree or not, I mean, you just let them know, and then that's it. Because you don't want to lead them on, and they're having their emotion stuck to you, and then you're just not into it, wasting their time. You know what I'm saying? They could be with someone else.
Word. Wise words from Zane, yo. For real. Like, definitely let them know. But, we're not going to go deep into this, but what do you feel? Because at the end of the day, with this podcast and stuff, we like to give good advice, different perspective on things. What do you think is a good way to let the person know that you want it to only be a one night stand?
I don't think there's really any indication. Like,
it's not like. What would you recommend these guys or these good ladies? How would they explain it? Because sometimes they're embarrassed. They don't want to say, "Hey, I want this just to be like a one night stand thing," or "I want this just to be like a fuck buddy thing."
I think before you initiate anything, you kind of have that conversation, like, whatever happens, I'm not looking for anything after. I
don't know if people are gonna do that, because
no one's gonna do that. Moment
that's gonna ruin things.
Exactly, it's gonna ruin things, and nothing's gonna happen. Because I'm sorry, if you're in that mode and she's in that mode, y'all out here playing, like y'all doing what you're doing. Y'all having sex. That's it.
Yeah,
you're not trying to break the mood by saying, oh, blah blah. That's not what it is. Because both of you in a heated moment, and y'all gonna take care of it. Simple as that. Just be adults afterwards. That's it.
Word. I kind of agree with Zane right there. And I think just the main part where people fuck up, right, is the doing the extra shit after, because I want to say for the most part, most of us are good people, right? So a lot of times, even if you're not interested in anything else, you're just still like kind of nice to them and things like that. I think you just have to remember, okay, if I want this only to be a sex thing, I have to keep it that way. All right? So none of that extra shit, okay? Just don't do it to the other person and don't do it to yourself. If that's just not something you want, don't go there. All right? And I think that's a way that you can kind of basically be telling them that. Or you could just be straightforward with them and say, hey, like if they ask or whatever, this and that, be like, hey, just so you know, I fuck with you and I like doing what we do, but I'm not ready for that, or I'm not interested in that, whatever your case is. Just don't be afraid to be real with them, okay? And shit, if they enjoyed whatever y'all were doing, I don't really think they're going to mind too much. You never know.
Word, that's a great way to close it out, Joe.
Exactly. I think that was about it. Shout out to Drive Smart, Buy Smart. All right. They sponsor the podcast. All right. So you guys already, actually, Zane's going to be going to Drive Smart, Buy Smart pretty soon.
That's right. That's right.
Zane's going to be going to Drive Smart, Buy Smart pretty soon. Actually, myself, I have to get a new car coming up. All right. So you go through Drive Smart, Buy Smart, and you get your car at wholesale price. You can't beat that. All right. You're going to get a nice, cheap, affordable car, and you don't even got to leave your house. You do it right from the crib. They come to you. You don't got to go to the dealership or nothing. Other than that, if you guys ever want to submit a topic to us, you could submit it to therapywithoutadegree@gmail.com. You can find us on social media, on all the different social media platforms. We're also on Twitter as well. Okay. It's therapy, WAD. Everything else is all Therapy Without a Degree. All right. Also, shout out to JP Media for sponsoring this. JP Media is a marketing and graphic design company. So if you guys need any marketing things done, any graphics done, any creative ideas, hit up JP Media. And other than that, I think that's a wrap, folks. Zane, you got anything else for the people?
Nah, what I have to say is thank you guys for listening to the podcast. I'm grateful to be here for the third time. Let's keep this moving.
Exactly. I think Zane's full time. As long as he's down, he's here with us.
Yeah,
he's part of the team.
We part of the team. We out here.
As long as he likes it, we're with it.
Yeah.
And what do you shout out for this week?
I shout out I Am Zane Studios.
There we go.
On Instagram. And also I shout out Therapy Without a Degree. Make sure to follow, like, and definitely listen. Please listen.
Word.
Because this topic is, if you got to this point, you definitely listen to it.
What I want to know exactly, what is Zane Studios?
I Am Zane Studios. This is what we do. We if you come to us with a certain look or idea, we make that happen. We turn dreams into reality. That's the slogan.
That's dope. So all media, video, photography, creative ideas,
absolutely,
things like that. That's what Zane Studios is. All right. And do you travel?
Oh, I travel all over.
Where do you travel?
I'm actually going to be going to Florida in April.
Word. I might be doing that myself. I might be there.
Word. Let's get it.
Follow us in Florida. Therapy Without a Degree. Going there.
Word. So let's make this happen, y'all. You support us, we support you, and that's how it works.
Word. Let's do it. What I'm going to shout out to is actually Happy Tales in Garfield, New Jersey. All right. So shout out to Happy Tales in Garfield, New Jersey. My friend, one of my best friends, my brother, Pedro, he recommended them to me. All right. So I brought my dog over to there, and they did a really good job. At first I was a little skeptical, but my dog came out amazing. She smelled really, really good. She got a fresh new haircut. She liked it. She seemed happy. So I'm definitely going to be going back to them again soon. All right. Think you should definitely bring them. It's in Garfield on River Road. You can follow them, I think, on Facebook. They have a Facebook page as well. All right. So other than that, we are out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're listening on iTunes, you always know you could always give us a review. And that is it. It's a wrap. Thank you very much, guys. Peace.